Hey guys, what's up? Thanks so much for stopping by. Today's video is going to be a doozy. I am so excited about it. I recently placed a big order at Yesstyle, so today we're going to be doing try-on, swatches, demos, close-ups of all the things. If you have ever been curious about any Asian beauty products, this video is going to be for you. I found some amazing new products that I'm so excited to start incorporating into my everyday routine. So definitely grab a snack, grab a drink, stick around, get cozy, and let's dive right in. I have tried the hyaluronic acid serum from ROVECTIN, which I personally love. This is their Skin Essentials Barrier Repair Face Oil, Advanced Formula, Hypoallergenic. So this just has the typical dropper applicator like this. I love face oils. The only thing is, I do already have like SPF and moisturizer on from earlier. I typically like to apply a face oil first and then those products, but I think we'll be okay because it's been a while. Oh, this is really, really thin. It almost feels more like a dry oil, if you know what I mean. There's some face oils that are really thick and greasy and take a really long time to absorb. This feels nice, but it doesn't feel overly heavy. So I think it's actually the perfect product to layer. I'm really only going to concentrate this on my drier areas. So nothing really on my chin and my nose, but more so on my cheeks and my forehead. I can tell I'm going to like this. I just like that it's not one that's overly greasy. Anything that I have that's too thick and oily, I reserve for night. My brows. This is something that I'm so excited for. I've been curious about the ROVECTIN brow pomade for a while, but I've heard lots of mixed reviews. The brow gel that I've been using for almost 2 years now is the Got2b gel in the yellow tube. But this, even the packaging reminded me a lot of the ROVECTIN brow. This is from the brand, I believe it's pronounced Unleashia. I've tried, I think, a blush, a lip product, and these little eyeshadow duos from them, but I've never tried anything for brows. There was actually a brow pencil that went with this line as well, but I only got the brow pomade. While I'm wearing delicate texture, vegan, and cruelty-free, I love this whole green theme that they have going on. You'll see later in the haul, I also purchased a cushion foundation from them, and just like the applicator, it's like this really cool chartreuse green. So much like the ROVECTIN brow, when you have a hard bristle comb on one side, and then one of these more, what is this called? Black bristle, I'm not sure. Go ahead and apply a little bit of this. I know this look isn't for everyone, but I like it. I'm gonna take the stiff comb first and kind of brush everything up, and then I'm gonna use the black side, and oh, this is drying pretty fast. The only thing that I don't like about this is I'm so used to using this guy here. This is the e.l.f., it's faded off. I think it's like brow applicator. It comes with a spoolie on one side and then this metal paddle on the other, and I love that just for pressing and molding everything down. To the touch, it definitely has more of like a waxy feel compared to the Got2b, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna move. So if the Got2b was too crunchy for you, I think you would like this one because this is more wax-based. This is the Naming Dewy Water Skin Tint. It has SPF 32 PA+++. I have the rosy version. There's also a minty version. So if you are someone with a lot of redness, that would definitely be a better option for you. There's also a water primer version, which kind of confuses me. I don't know if it's supposed to just like replace a serum because all three of them are marketed as primers. So I guess maybe if you just wanted to like double dose on primer, actually let's just do one side first and see what this looks like. To the touch, it is very, very thin and watery. There's not really much. Oh, actually, it kind of just smells like a typical SPF. There is a bit of a white cast, but at the same time, it's just kind of giving a rosy pink glow. If you're oily, I don't know if you'll like this just because it does feel slightly greasy, and I know it's not just the face oil because even when I did the swatch on my hand, I could feel that there was a little bit of a greasiness to it, but I think that's what's kind of giving that illuminated effect on the skin. It just looks way glowier with that pinky rosy hue to it. It does look really pretty and healthy in person, and I actually feel like it added a ton of brightness to my under eyes. As you can see, I have a lot of just like this yellow orange discoloration over here. I typically use the Innisfree Peach Corrector, but I do feel like this dewy water tint helped a ton. The primer is silicone free, but I do feel like it did a nice job of kind of blurring out the larger pores right here on my cheeks. Now for concealer, I purchased one from the brand BLING Glow. This is the Mix Match Concealer. I thought I would use the peach shades as my under eye corrector in replacement for the Innisfree one. And then for my actual concealer, we have the Etude House Big Cover Skin Fit Concealer Pro, and I got mine in the shade Neutral Peach. So starting off with the corrector, I think we'll do actually I think I can get away with a dark peach. I'm gonna warm this up with my finger first. I definitely prefer just like a normal doe foot applicator with my corrector. Even though it's a pan, it doesn't feel stiff at all. It melted down really nicely. Seems to be doing a good job blending out. That did a really good job of correcting. That's a huge difference. I'm really impressed by the formula of this. It is so creamy and hydrating feeling. I know sometimes when you see something that comes in a pan, it's just a lot stiffer and harder to work with, even compared to like the MAC potted concealer from back in the day. This is way creamier. The only thing is, it's pretty emollient. I feel like if you were to leave this like in a makeup bag in your car, it would be an absolute disaster. So definitely don't do that. Now going in with the Etude House Concealer, I really like the applicator of this one. As you can see, it kind of like tapers in towards the center. Start off with my finger and just pat it in like I do with any concealer. And then I'll go in with my sponge or brush afterwards. And it doesn't seem like it's one of those formulas that dries down super quickly. So you can do your whole face like I did, which typically when I'm trying out a concealer for the first time, I start with one side or like one area of my face first and then apply to the other. But from there, we're gonna move on to foundation. I have two different options. Here is the Cushion Foundation from Alicia. Absolutely love the packaging and the color of this. I don't have anything else like this in my collection. It's just a fun pop of color. But I just did an entire video on cushion foundations. So as curious as I am, I think I'm gonna save this for another video or maybe a get ready with me over on TikTok or Instagram. But for today, we're gonna try out this foundation from the brand The SAEM. I grabbed the travel version. This is the Studio Glow foundation. I have mine in the shade N23. Even if I end up not liking this, I could always get rid of it and just reuse the bottle because how perfect is this? This is the perfect size for traveling. I love it. Plus it has a really nice pump. Start off with like a pump and a half. Oh, N23 actually looks pretty good. Typically N23 is really light, but also I have had zero tanner in months. The texture feels like an average foundation. It's not like overly creamy. It's not really thin and liquidy. It just feels like a typical foundation. Okay, coverage, it's definitely on the lighter side, but the glow, oh wow, the finish of this is so pretty. The primer worked perfectly with this. I feel like I'm still getting a good glow from that as well. Feels really comfortable and lightweight on the face. Let's go in with this side now. All right, so that was like a half a pump. I'm gonna try to use a little bit less and just spread it out more with my finger first before I go in with my sponge. All right, so here's what one full layer is looking like. I'm really loving the glow of this. I definitely do think that the primer has a lot to do with it, just because whenever I swatched the foundation on my hand earlier, it was glowy, but it wasn't this glowy. Even after building a tiny bit more, I didn't do it on this side. Let's just take, I mean like the tiniest bit, boop. I'm gonna do that and just add it right here where I feel like I still kind of see a little bit of redness. Not even necessarily redness, but just a little bit of unevenness, and pat that in. Yeah, this does not go up to medium coverage. It's a true light coverage foundation, but I do feel like this is ideal for everyday wear. So I did not order any bronzer, but fear not, I do have a highlighter and a blush. But before we do that, I am gonna go in with an eyeshadow product that I grabbed. If you are curious for my bronzer and my crease color, I just went in with a classic Benefit Hoola. I noticed Yesstyle carries KAJA now, which I love their products. I do have one of their moon crystals already. It's a really pretty like lavender lilac shade, but this one is called Luminary #2, and it just looks like the perfect everyday sort of like taupey shade. I'm gonna take a teeny tiny bit here on my finger, and I'm just going to apply this right onto the lids. Ooh, I'm gonna love this color already, I can tell. I have used this formula in the past and I didn't have any issues of it transferring or moving throughout the day, but I do have very like typical eyes. Sometimes they can even be on the drier side. If you're really oily on the lids, I'm not quite sure how it'll last. But that is so pretty, just for like an easy sheer wash of color. I am just gonna take a tiny bit more bronzer though, or actually, you know what? Maybe we'll go in with a blush. This was the only casualty in the package. I'm sad. This is by the brand MAROON. So this is the Blush Beam Duo. I got mine in the shade 2 Butter Peach. There's a matte side and then a shimmery side. The shimmer is what really caught my eye. I love blush toppers this shade, but I am curious to see how the matte side, these are really creamy powders, will work as an eyeshadow. It is really light, but I feel like I could just use a little bit more warmth here in the crease. Oh, it's like one of those squishy putty formulas. That's why I was like, I mean, it definitely did pick up on the brush, but it was really light. All right, so let's just take some on my finger and tap it in. If you are more on the fair side and looking for a peach blush, this will probably be perfect for you. I could definitely use a little bit more pigmentation. And then the side that I'm really excited for, while this still has a putty squish to it, it does have more of a powder feel than the other side. So maybe with this, I can use a brush. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's not bad, but I was expecting more. It's more on the subtle side, but it is really pretty. I mean, it did add a nice bit of warmth to my face. I don't want to go overboard with that though, because I do have, where did it go? Oh, right in front of me. A highlighter that I'm dying to try. I have a couple of the blushes from this line. This is the SAEM, the single blushers. These, I'm not sure if they're still like $2 or $3. They used to be. They may be more like $3 or $4 now. This one is in the shade GD01 Gold Volume Light. I've been wanting this one for a while, but every time I was on Yesstyle, it was always sold out. This looks like it's going to be stunning. When I swatched it, I was just like, yes. It's like a pale gold. Going in with the Morphe M510. Oh, that was way too much. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's take this sponge and see if I can kind of push that in some. Holy cow. That is a stunning highlight. Okay, I'm not gonna get any more on the brush over here. Clearly you just need to like do a little beep dip and then that's enough. This performs like a high-end highlighter. Wow, I just want to apply it all over. This might be the product that I'm the most excited about. I went ahead and applied my mascara, and me being the dingus that I am, realized I could have shown you demoing that because I actually got a replenishment. If you caught my last video, it was an empties. I showed you several makeup products that I recently finished up. This was one of them. I have one that I'm currently working on using up. Although now that I see, today I use the Volume Up mascara, but I do prefer the Long Up one. I think the Long Up is the one that I finished before. The Volume Up sometimes gets a little bit chunky, but the way that it holds the curl is amazing. It's a Japanese mascara, so they're very familiar with Asian lashes that tend to be super straight, stubborn, and point downward. This formula really holds the curl up, but you just want to make sure that you have a great, not waterproof, what was I gonna say? Oil removing product to get rid of it. All right, oh, and then for my lower lashes, if you have like brown or hazel eyes, I strongly recommend going in with some sort of like burgundy or maroon toned lower lash mascara. I personally don't like using them on my upper lashes. I'm so used to having black on my upper lashes, but sometimes black on the lower lashes can be a little bit too harsh. I find that these burgundy tone ones definitely bring out any like golden or like hazel flecks in your eyes. This is the ColourPop Level Up Lengthening Mascara in burgundy. I know this has been going viral on TikTok lately. I do find that it's a bit messy. Like I always have to scrape a lot of the brush off. It's a very thin tube, but the brush is big and it holds a lot of product. So it is on the messier side, but for brown eyes, this color is so pretty. For lips, we have a lip liner and a lip gloss, lip stain, fruity glam tint. I don't know how well they're gonna pair together, but I do wanna try both. So first up is from the brand Clio, which is a brand that I love and that I'm very familiar with, but I've actually never tried any of their lip liners. This is the Sharp So Simple Waterproof Pencil Liner. I'm typically more of a pencil, like wooden pencil lip liner gal. I just like the way that they apply more, and I don't know, I prefer the stiffness of those, but let's give this one, oh, yeah, this is definitely like a true brown lip line. But sometimes these colors are great as like a lip contour. And then on top, I'm gonna go in, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce this brand, if it's Leica. I really like the packaging of this brand as well. I have a couple of their little eyeshadow palettes. Look how cute this is. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but it's kind of this like wavy pebbled pattern. And then look at their eyeshadow. Fruity Glam Tint. It comes in 19 colors. I have mine in the shade 103 Humming. The packaging is really cute. It says, beauty is meant to be for everyone. Oh, it's just kind of like a cute frosted plastic with a nude top. I bet this smells delicious. It's a little bit lighter. It kind of smells like, what is that? Like a peachy? No, you know what this smells like? The strawberry apple screw ice cream popsicles. Oh my God, those are so good. That's what this smells like, but it is more on the faint side. Okay, so this is one of those typical like watery lip tints. This color actually does look nice with this lip liner though. So I like to go in with one layer all over first. I do find that most Korean lip tints tend to be a stain. I don't think it's gonna dry down fully just because it is supposed to be glossy, but I just wanted to get a little bit. Can you guys hear my wrist? Just like sitting here popping. And then just right here in the center, kind of amp it up a bit more. All right, so there's everything on my face. I am very happy with the complexion. This highlighter is freaking stunning. I am gonna go into the skincare and body care now, but just to quickly highlight my standout favorites just from first impression, definitely the highlighter, the Unleashia Brow, kind of like, well, I guess I can't say Refi dupe because I've never tried it, but this Refi, no, it's not Refi, Dana, the Unleashia Shaper Pomade Eyebrow Fixer, loving this. The Naming Dewy Tint, I just love the glow that this is giving my skin. I definitely feel like the glow is more from this, obviously the highlighter, but like before I put on my highlighter and blush, I do feel like the glow is more because of this than the actual foundation. All right, now that we have the makeup out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the random skincare, body care. I did already show you the ROVECTIN face oil, but I've been so impressed by the hyaluronic acid serum that I wanted to try their cleanser as well. This had great reviews, Skin Essentials Conditioning Cleanser. I just heard that this was really moisturizing, great for morning and night. I typically like something that lathers more at night, like after my cleansing balm, just to really make sure I have all my makeup off. But in the daytime, I like something that's just nice, pH balanced and mild. Derma B is supposed to be a really popular body care line, like when it just comes to hydration, kind of like Nivea and Dove here. This is supposed to be a top seller, so I was really curious. I got the Derma B Creamy Touch Body Wash 5 non-added formula. Neither of these are like fun scented products. In fact, both are unscented. But just for my dry skin, I thought these would be great to try. So the body wash as well as the Intensive Barrier Multi-Oil. I really want to start getting better about using body oils. Like I love shimmery things during the day or like beach days, you know, applying it like that sort of body oil. But I just want to start doing that day to day to help my legs. I've talked about this before, but like during the winter months, even during the summer sometimes, it's so bad. My legs have always just been really dry. Even when I use products like Vanny Cream, like it helps, but it'll still be dry and I exfoliate. So I'm just like, where do all these skin crusties come from? My legs, like whenever I take off black leggings, it's just like snow. I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be, but they're just really dry. So I want to start being better about really taking care of the skin on my body as well. So layering oils with lotions. I thought I ordered the lotion as well because I wanted to do all three, but I guess I just did these two. So we'll start off with these. If you've tried anything from this brand, let me know. What are your favorites? Another item that was a replenishment. I love this. This is Soonjung from the ETUDE line. It's a 2x barrier intensive cream. I'm pretty sure there's a lotion or gel as well. I forget which it's called. I had ordered that one before by mistake. I did not like it as much. So if you're looking for this, make sure it's the 2x barrier intensive cream. I love this stuff. I've gone through several bottles. In fact, I forgot to show that in my empties video. This is what I use right after my hyaluronic acid, and I swear my skin just like drinks it up. I wake up with my skin just feeling really nice and supple on my face. I love it. It's super affordable as well. I actually saw recently someone on TikTok, it was a dermatologist that compared this to one of the products from Drunk Elephant. I can't remember which, but she said she preferred this much more. But I love just like the twist mechanism on the cap. So that just like keeps it airtight shut, and then you twist it and squeeze it to get the product to come out. It's just such a nice everyday moisturizer. This will just be a forever repurchase. I absolutely adore it. And then I have vitamin C serums already, but this had so many great reviews that I needed to add something to my cart. So this is from COSRX. It has super vitamin E as well as hyaluronic acid. It says that it improves skin conditions and even skin tone. I have one from, I think Dear Claire opened right now, but I'm almost done done with that. So I think I'm gonna break into this one next. I've had really good luck with products from COSRX. I know a lot of people love their pimple patches, their snail mucin. This is kind of random, but I always like to use some sort of hair treatment. I have a lot of hair, but I want to keep a lot of hair, and just, you know, whenever I brush my hair when I shower, I definitely notice a lot of shedding. But this was a product that came up as a top seller. It's from the brand Some by Me. I've actually tried a vitamin C serum, galactomyces. Vitamin C serum, I think. This is the Peptide Anti-Hair Loss Derma Scalp Tonic. So you just mist this onto your scalp and then massage it in. It had really good reviews, so I was like, why not? Scalp care, cooling, protecting. I think there might be like tea tree to give that like cooling, invigorating effect. I am almost out of all of my cleansing oils. And when I typed in cleansing oil, these were some of the top sellers that I haven't tried yet, but I went with the Japanese brand this time and I wasn't sure which to get. Both had really good reviews. This is the Softimo, is that how you say it? There's a speedy cleansing oil version and then a deep cleansing oil. Both had great reviews. They're both top sellers. So I was like, let's get both and test them out. I'm not quite sure which one I'm gonna open first. The deep one just sounds a little bit more enticing, just to help with like any sort of dry skin. I love, love, love cleansing oils and cleansing balms. So I'll definitely report back about those. Finally, we have two sort of randoms from Romand. I got this just because I know the whole like jelly nail trend is popular right now. This is the Mood Pebble Nail, and it was that same sort of gel effect, like jelly transparent effect. It's in the shade number 6 OK, and I just thought it was so cute. Even in the bottle, you can tell how watery it is. I have just Dashing Diva nail strips on my nails right now, so whenever these come off, I think I'm gonna test this guy out next. And then the very final product that I got are just some pens. This was a 4-pack of 0.5mm pens. I love a nice skinny gel pen. I wrote with one of these and holy cow, it like glides like freaking Christy Yamaguchi across the paper. I love office supplies and I just love a good pen. I've talked about other pens from Amazon that I've ordered before that are also 0.5mm, but I don't know, man, these are even like finer. I've used a 0.3 as well, but I feel like 0.5 is my perfect pen. And that is everything that I got from Yesstyle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other Kbeauty brands or Japanese brands that you would love for me to test out for you, definitely leave those in the comments down below. I do have an active code with Yesstyle that I asked for. So if you guys are wanting to order any of these items, I believe for orders of $49 or more, if you use my coupon code, you can get a nice little discount. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So as always, thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. If you haven't already, I would love if you subscribed. You could always come over and hang out over on Instagram and TikTok. I'll have all my info linked down below. And that's it. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.